Good morning, y'all. It is Alex of the Creative Llama. As always, if you see that red live box right there, that means I'm live. But if you don't see it, you're just catching the replay. So if you are catching the replay, make sure you comment replay. We are going to be doing a standing like goofy ghost pumpkin combo. I was really excited to do this one, but we're going to do like a little bit of like an elegant twist, if you will. So when y'all pop on, say hey and comment the word pumpkin, and I will send you the link. I will send you the supply list for everything I'm using. I am going to get this shared over into my broadcast channel. As always, if you're not part of my broadcast channel, right down here in the pinned comment, open it up. There's a link to join in there. All I do in there is I post when I go live and like discount codes and stuff like that. So be sure to join that, and we're going to get started. So let me go back to my live so I can see comments, but this is going to be a little goofy ghost standing pumpkin combo. So I'm really excited about this. We're going to see how this turns out. So let's get to painting. We are going to use a transfer, but it does come with everything you see, including the stand. Okay, so let me kind of organize my pieces, how I want them to paint, how I want to paint them, you know. So let's first start with the back. So it does come with the pumpkin and the piece on the pumpkin, but we're just going to paint the ghost face up here. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Marcy. Good morning. How is everybody? Hello. Yes, comment the word pumpkin. So on a lot of times on the wood cutouts, you can see that there is some like burning. It's not burned. It's just glue from the wood. So what I like to do is take a baby wipe, especially when I'm going to paint something like a light color. I like to take a baby wipe and just wipe off that glue, and it is good as new. So let me dry it really quickly, and let me catch up on y'all's comments. Good morning, Pam. Hi, Diane. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Kathleen. How are you? Hi, Kathy. Oh my goodness. Hi, Barb and Barbara. Hi, Carol. Yes. And as always, y'all know typically on Thursdays I do a little special on whatever cutout I'm using. So make sure you're in that broadcast channel because I will give you a code to use on this guy for today only, okay? All right, so I'm going to go in with white chalk paint. You can use the paste. I'm just going to use the chalk paint because it's literally right here in front of me. And all we're going to have to paint is just the top of the ghost because this is going to be covered by the pumpkin. Remember? So like all of that's going to be covered. So we just need the head of the ghost to be painted. Hi, Chris. I know, Michelle. I know. People forget it all the time. And I'm not able to go back and add it on your order. So just make sure it's the same code every Thursday. So if you are in that group, then you know the special code for Thursdays cutouts. Hi, Barbara. Miss Barbara, I've not forgotten about you either. It's been a crazy couple of days around here. So if y'all didn't see, I was going to do a live sale yesterday, and my AC went out. It got up to like 87 degrees in my house yesterday, but luckily they were able to come fix it last night. So we are just going to move everything over for our live sale to next Wednesday, okay? Diane, right down here in the pinned comment where it says comment pumpkin, open up that comment. And then there's a link in there for you. Hi, Rhonda. That's okay. Yay, Linda. It's like having gift cards in your... I know. I hate that, Michelle. I always hate when I forget to use like a coupon code or anything like that. Like, what was I thinking? I wasn't. All right, so there's our cute little ghostie. I'm going to do another coat, and my nose is itchy. I apologize. Hi, Linda. We're going to do another coat just because I like, when I'm using white on the wood, I like for my white to be nice and solid. A lot of times I don't like that wood to kind of show through. So sometimes it takes a coat or two, but we're only going to just paint the ghost head like so and get that covered. Yeah. So anyways, they got it fixed about 8:30 last night. But y'all, it was hot. It was hot, I will say. So, thank goodness. I was able to sleep at my house and I was able to be cool. Hi, Anita. Thank you for sprinkling. Okay, so we got our little ghost head painted. We're going to put him to the side. Oh, my goodness. I apologize, y'all. My nose is so itchy. And then we have the ghost hands, so we're going to paint these white as well. But let me know, y'all, what are y'all doing this weekend? Are y'all going anywhere? Are you staying home, getting ready for school, back to school? Have your kids or grandkids started back yet? I don't know. We're starting here earlier in Texas. Growing up, I used to start like late August. Even when I taught, we would usually start like the last week of August. And now like they start like the second week. It's crazy. Oh, Michelle, they were okay, but they were hot. I felt bad for them. They were okay. They did okay yesterday. I just left them in their crate, in the coolest, probably the coolest part of the house. So they were okay. And eventually I let them out just so they could get out and kind of have moving air, but it was hot in here. It was hot. All right, let's dry this. My granddaughter used to say, when your nose itches, you're going to have a visitor. Oh, goodness. Maybe I'm going to have a visitor. Hopefully a good visitor. Hopefully I'm not in trouble. Hi, Connie. How are you? All right, let's go over this one more time. So, y'all, if you're just jumping on, we're doing like a cute little standing ghost pumpkin set. So, the keyword is pumpkin. We are going to use a transfer today. And the transfer is actually on sale right now. So be sure to snag that. And as a Perks member, you can sign up for $10 and save even more. So just a little FYI. When I was in school, yeah. See, Ruth, it's crazy. We're all just starting earlier and earlier for some reason. It's crazy that school started last week here so early. I know. When I was going to school, yeah. See, we always started here in Texas. We always started from when I was growing up before Labor Day, but it usually was like the last week of August that we would start. And now it's so dang early. Alrighty, so let's get out our pumpkin pieces, and we're gonna paint these papaya. So it's gonna be like this color. So this is what I'm thinking. Okay, so we're gonna have the pumpkin like this. We're gonna paint it papaya, and then we're gonna add this pattern to the top, and we're going to use the color of the month. I think that's what we're going to do. What do y'all think about that? So, and if you're not in my VIP group, make sure you get in my VIP group because there's a little something special with this color going on this month. So, go check it out. House project, redoing bathroom, pulled out. Oh my goodness. Hi, Debbie. House project, redoing bathroom because I saw a big bug. Oh gosh, pulled out vanity and hubby said it wasn't going back in. Yay, that's so awesome. We will start school that's so exciting. Hi, Pam. We're going to see. I'm kind of curious to see how the cozy, the shimmer orange that I'm going to use is going to look on top of papaya. But we are going to distress our pumpkin too and all of that. I'm doing good, Miss Diane. Hi, LD. How are you? I woke up with a terrible headache. I'm one of those people, like, if I don't get enough sleep, I get a really bad headache. So I probably need to go to bed early tonight or take a little nap this afternoon. Are y'all nappers? I love me a good nap. I will say that. I love to take naps. I'm full of questions today. I apologize, y'all. I'm just over here just talking, asking all sorts of questions, and then I don't remember what I asked y'all. You love to nap? See? I love napping, but there's a lot of people who, like my mom said she's not a good napper. I'm not a Halloween person, but I love this one. Cute ghost. Yes. Michelle, I'm not a huge, I'm not into like the gory Halloween decor, but like cutesy decor. Yeah. I can't nap in my, yeah, I understand that, Miss Tammy. Sometimes that happens when I'm going to sleep. Like I'll be doing good and then I'll think, oh, I got to do this and this and this. And then my brain doesn't stop. They never work me. I lay down and someone, oh, of course, Miss Diane. Hi, Cindy. I'm good. I'm glad I matched. I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad all of y'all are here. If you are new, hello. I didn't even introduce myself, but if you are new to me, hello, my name is Alex. A little bit about me is I live in San Antonio, Texas. It is really stinking hot here. And I used to be a teacher. I taught primarily kindergarten and first grade, and I taught for 11 years before I was able to stay home and do this with y'all full time. So I love it. And if you are new, let us know that you're new. Let us welcome you. Slept 2 days, so I would... Hi, Craft Crazy Company. I love that name. Well, I haven't slept in 2 days, so I would love naps. Yeah. I love Halloween. Exactly, Miss Linda. I'm the same way. My nap... Yes, Karen. I'm a big old long napper. I can't do like the 30-minute naps. It needs to be at least like an hour and a half. But 3 hours, it's a good nap. Papaya is a great pumpkin color. If you don't have this color, you need it. It is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I had 3 CT scans yesterday and had a reaction. Oh, no. Now not feeling well. They say it should be. Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry, Miss Linda. That's terrible. Hi, Donna D. All right, let me go over this because I see a couple spots that I missed. But y'all, this is the color papaya. It is like perfect for fall and pumpkins. We're gonna paint the stem in espresso. You already know because I'm obsessed with that color. We're gonna try to get all of the painting out of the way first, and then we'll do the fun part, which is the chalking. Okay, so there's what we have. I could probably, so this is what the pumpkin's gonna look like. I can probably go down a little bit on the stem. So we're gonna use the color espresso for the stem. Any brown will do. So I like to paint with my chalk paste, okay? Everybody always asks me, does it matter the paint? No, when you're painting something, use whatever paint works for you. You don't have to use the paint that I use. You can use acrylic paint, chalk paste, whatever your heart desires. Just when you're using the transfer is when you're gonna want to use the chalk paste. But to paint, you can use whatever. There's no rule. I'm just trying to get it down to where we don't see the papaya on that part, like that. So that looks good. That's okay that you're late. I'm glad you're here now. Hi, Judy Johnson. How are you? All right, let's put this to the side. So let me kind of show y'all what we're working with here so far. Okay, so we're gonna lay this down. Here's our cute little ghost and pumpkin. We're gonna add a pattern to the top piece of the pumpkin, and then we have some crows to like paint and stuff like that. So that's what we're working with so far. Good morning, Lorna. I have an ultrasound in a couple of hours on my broken. Oh my goodness, Cindy. Oh, Cindy, you have not had some good luck lately. Can you use any chalk paste or just the one? You can use any chalk paste, whatever you want to use. I do recommend if you're purchasing chalk paste like off Amazon, it's not always the best quality, and I would just be careful, but you do you. You know, I'm not in charge of what you use, but whatever you want. But it should be fine. Alrighty. So, little crow. Thank you for the follow. Anytime y'all hit that follow button, the bottom number does move. So I appreciate y'all hitting the follow button, commenting, interacting, all of that. That helps me out so much. If you can share the video, that does help me out too. All the things. I love that y'all are praying for one another. This is so great. Such a supportive community. Love it. All right. I just stuck my big old finger in there. All right. So then these are the little wings to the crows. I'm really trying not to lose pieces. If you're new here, sometimes I lose a piece. I know, Pam. I know. And I'm sorry if you commented the word prayer and you're getting a message. That I need to turn that off. I feel like that always happens to me. All right, let's go in. This is the nose. So I'm going to do the nose in black. And then I actually have one more thing to paint white, but I need to wipe up my hands before I touch it. So, get that there. Let me wipe this off. How big is it? It is, the cutout stands 12 inches tall. It's 6.5 inches wide, 12 inches tall. I know, Michelle, I lose pieces all the time. Like all the time. All right, let me wipe this up. Let me close up our black. We are about done with the painting, I promise. Baby wipe right here. You need more inks, yeah. All right, so here's our last piece. So these are the little eyes to our ghost. So like I showed y'all earlier, a lot of times that with the laser cut items, it can look like the wood is burned. It's not. It's just glue, at least for me. I use MDF. It's just the glue from the MDF. So I like to take a wipe and just wipe off all of that glue, because a lot of times if you leave that glue on and you like paint it white or a lighter color, it will yellow, and you don't want that. So I just wiped it off. Oh my goodness, my nose is so itchy. Thank you for hitting the follow button. I appreciate it. I have, Miss Cheryl, I used the color of the month on these. It's that orange color, but we're going to use it again today. We're going to actually use it to do the pattern on the pumpkin today. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to paint the entire thing white, and then I'll go in with a paint pen and we'll actually paint the outside of the eyes black. I figured that would be the easiest way than trying to get in there with a small paintbrush and not get it straight. You probably have a little bit more control with a paint pen, at least for me. I'm not great with like painting like finer, intricate pieces. So yeah. I know, Ursula, aren't they so cute? I might need to do like, you know how I do like mini bags in my live sales? Maybe I need to do like a mini bag of crows. Is that something I would want? So if you're new, I do live sales and I have mini bags where I do like smaller pieces, like you get like 25 crows, different sizes or one size. I don't know if that's something that would interest y'all, but I can do it. All right, let me dry this and then we'll go in with our paint pen. Okay. So we're gonna go in with our paint pen. We're gonna add the details to our crow. And let me grab my handy dandy caddy. I'm gonna use the Sharpie Creative Marker. I love these. If you don't have them, they are amazing. I'm gonna see if I can use my big one, but I don't know where it is. So we'll just use my small one. But I love these. These are linked in my Amazon storefront. So when you comment the word pumpkin, you can go to the very bottom of the message and it'll be a button that says Amazon favorites. Just click on that and it'll take you directly to Amazon. It's going to be on Wednesday. It'll be on Wednesday. I was supposed to do one last night, but my AC went out. Yes, I did, Missy. I sure did. You need some crows. Looking for good paint pens to paint rocks with. Miss Ursula, these are amazing. Hi, Barb. I know, they are amazing. I'm just catching up on y'all's comments. Yes, I just painted the ghost head because the pumpkin is going to cover up the rest of it. Now, if that bothers you and you get this project, you can totally paint the whole thing. I just didn't, just because I'm going to put the pumpkin on top. So just a personal preference. Okay. Let me get this on here. Let me dry this before the black just transfers everywhere. I love the crows. Okay. All right. Well, if y'all are interested in the crows, I can add that for sure. In the next sale, I do have like Halloween, I have fall, and I have some Christmas items. I will have some printed scrapbook paper. So there will also be that option. No, you haven't. Sorry. Back up. Yes, I already painted the ghost head. It's just sitting over here. Okay, so on your crow, it's really hard to see because it's black, but there is a score mark for the beak and the eye. So I'm thinking, should we do yellow? Should we do yellow for the beak and the eye, or red and yellow? Also, cats in my bag. I want me too, Miss Cindy. I get that. What do y'all think? Should we do just yellow or should we do red? Red and yellow. So what can you do that I need to craft? The crows would make a cute, yes. Ooh, that's a good idea, Ursula. I love that. Yellow, okay. So let's do red and yellow. So then, okay, what color do I do the eye? Yellow or red? What color do I do the eye? Yellow or red? While y'all are doing that, I'm gonna pull out this. It's right here. This is the crow. What color should I do the eye? Yellow or red? Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow, okay. And then we'll do the beak red. All right, so I'm just gonna go in. There's a score mark on there for the eye, so you know exactly where to put the little eye. And then we'll do will you have the pumpkins yesterday in the sale? I don't know. I wasn't planning on it, but that is something that can always be added to an order. I don't know. I'll think about that. Thanks for helping each other out. I so appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna dry it and then I'm gonna do another coat. I actually think I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna go in with my Posca red. I just think this is brighter. Yeah, that looks better. I probably shouldn't have painted that part black, just to make it a little bit more vibrant. So I'm just gonna go back over it. There we go. There we go. That looks better. Hi, Ruthie. Sorry if I'm missing questions. I am not ignoring anybody intentionally. Sometimes the comments go fairly quickly and I do miss questions or comments. So nothing's done intentionally. Yes, comment the word pumpkin. Ooh. What was I thinking red? I should have done orange. Should we change the beak color to orange or leave it red? It's fine, right? It's okay. Gotcha, Miss Debbie. And we all want to talk to you. I want to talk to all of y'all. I love coming on here and hanging out with y'all. I have so much fun doing this. All right, so I'm going to take my Hero Hues in white. Leave it red. Okay. My white ink, and I'm going to just distress the edges. What time is it? Okay, I got plenty of time, y'all. I got plenty of time. Leave it. Okay. So I'm going to go around the edge and just add a little bit of this white ink to kind of just give it a little bit of something, something. Okay, so that's its little wing. Oh, that's cute. That is cute. Okay, same thing. And I'm just using a finger dauber. Y'all always ask me where I get these Amazon. They're linked in my Amazon storefront. And if y'all purchase using my link through the Amazon storefront, it does help me out just a little. But it's not necessary. You don't have to. But that link is in when you comment the word pumpkin. Y'all, that is so stinking cute. Love it. I know, the white always looks so good. All right, let's dry. And then we'll glue the wings on so I don't lose them. And then we'll chalk our pumpkin, okay? Hi, Penny, how are you? I do, because sometimes, Darlene, I impress myself. I don't consider myself like a very creative or crafty person, but when like something turns out much better than I expected, I get excited about it. All right, so I am going to use my Stick Fast glue. That's just the glue I prefer, but you use whatever glue you like. Okay, and a little dot here, and then put that there. I know. Hi, Ruth. I think I already said hello, but hello again. All right, we'll let these. So here's a, Boone says hello. If you're new here, y'all, I have 2 dogs, and Boone is my Australian Shepherd, and he loves to just bark and say hello. Oh, thank you. Okay, so here is our cutesy little ghost and pumpkin. Let's go ahead. Let's chalk on this first. So I'm going to wax it. So you always want to add a little bit of wax if you've painted a surface. That will protect the paint that you put down. So I'm just warming up my wax a little bit just to soften it. And we're only going to apply the pattern to this piece as of now. We might change our mind. I know I try to let them stay outside a little bit before it gets too hot here. Because here in Texas, y'all, in the afternoons, it's miserable. Even in the mornings, it can be really hot. All right, so this is the Elegant Flourish pattern. This is an 18 by 18, but y'all, this guy is on sale. I want to say it's like $10, $12, and it's normally $33. So if you like this pattern, I highly suggest you snag it while it's still available. But I'm just going to fuzz half of it. I am in San Antonio, Miss Penny. I am in San Antonio. Connie, he hears something, sees something. He hears a car door slam. He barks at everything. He's a loud dog. All right, let's fuzz this. Yeah, so this thing is on a mega sale. And if you like patterns, there's a bunch of other pattern transfers like Buffalo Plaid that's on sale too. So I highly suggest you go check it out. Kirbyville, where's Kirbyville? Tell me where that's at. I want to know. Okay, so I only fuzzed half of it because I'm only using a small portion of the transfer. Now, if the big transfers intimidate you, you can cut these apart. So cut them down to different sizes. So like, this is the mini Buffalo Plaid. It comes in the same size. I cut it in half. It makes it a little bit easier to manage, or you could even cut it in half again. I always recommend getting 2 of the pattern because then you can keep one big one for your bigger projects and then cut up another one for your smaller projects. So that's just me. But don't be afraid. You can cut these apart to make it a little bit more manageable for you. North of Beaumont, about 4 minutes. Okay, I know exactly where Beaumont is. So CJ, fuzzing is where you just take a cloth. So this is a fuzzing cloth, right? This is a fuzzing cloth, and all you're doing is just applying a little bit of lint to the back of your transfer, because sometimes if your transfer is super sticky, it's going to stick really well to your surface, and then it won't want to come off. So that just adds a little bit of lint so it's easier for it to lift off of your surface, because if it sticks really well, you might fight to pull off the transfer and stretch it, and you don't want that. So you just want to add a little bit of lint to the back, to where it's still sticky, but not super sticky. Does that make sense? I just answered your question, Miss Darlene. Let me know if that made sense. Just to make it a little less sticky. Because a lot of times too, if it's too sticky, it can also pull up the paint on your surface, and you don't want that at all. So it protects your surface and it protects your transfer. Now, as you use a transfer more and more, the less you have to fuzz it, just because it does lose its stickiness over time. But always, like with a newer transfer or one that you've only used a couple of times, just fuzz it. Okay, so this is the color. You're welcome, CJ. I did wax. This is the color Cozy. So this color is the color of the month, and you can only grab this with an order of $75 or more. And it is a ooh, y'all, she pretty. That's pretty. That is super pretty. All right, let's put it on our pumpkin. Now I'm kind of wondering if we should do the whole pumpkin. Let's check it out. I was just gonna do this piece, but I like this. All right, let's look at the pumpkin and let's see what y'all think. Should we just do the top piece I'm over here putting my hands on my hips. Should we just do the top piece or should we do both? Here's what I'm gonna do. Let me distress this a little bit and then we can go do it all. The whole pumpkin. From SA2 and been wanting to find a crafter. Well, Miss Angie, I'm here. Hi, Callie. Both, just the top, both, just, that's hard. Y'all are going so fast. All right, let me distress it. And then let's see what we think there. I'm kind of just thinking of staying with just the top. But I'm going to distress it. I'm using ground espresso. I love these. I get mine from Hobby Lobby. You can get them on Amazon. I am Miss Callie. I sure am. I've been doing CC full time for 2 years, 3 years. Just the top. Yeah, I think we're going to just keep the top. Although I do like the idea of the whole thing. Okay, so we distressed our pumpkin. Yeah, I'm just going to do the top because I do like that. I do want to do both. I want to do just the top and just the bottom because I can't make up my mind. But I'm going to distress this part too. We'll just do the top. Hi, Natalie. How are you? I hope you're doing well. And y'all, if you want to save a little, if you want this cut out and you want to save a little bit of money, make sure you're in my broadcast channel. So right down here in that pinned comment, open up that comment and then click on the link. It's just a one-way messaging system and I really try not to bother y'all. But I'll post up a coupon code in there right after my live for this to save a little bit of money. Okay. I think that looks pretty dang cute. What do y'all think? That looks pretty good. All right, let me clean this. I'll clean it after my live. I'll clean that after my live. So this is the color Cozy. You can only snag that with an order of $75 or more. And I think here comes the fun part is putting it together. So before I do that, on your ghost head, it's really hard to see, but there are score lines. Boone's about to bark, I think. There are score lines for a mouth and a little tooth. I am going to take my black paint pen and I'm just going to trace that. That's why I also like the score lines because I could never just freehand this ever. Yes, our keyword is pumpkin. You lost me. Oh no. Am I back? Can you see me now? It's probably my dang internet, y'all. Okay. So let's go ahead and we'll glue these little pieces. So there is a nose. We're going to glue the nose on here. And then the eyes will fit right on top. Now I kind of feel like I did that backwards. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I did the eyes backwards, y'all. It's okay. He's a goofy ghost, so he doesn't have to make sense. That's what we're going to go with. She is. She absolutely is. All right. So we're going to glue this piece down. Y'all, I think I messed up the eyes. I think I should have done opposite. What do y'all think? It works, right? It's a goofy ghost. It's not supposed to make sense. He's supposed to be silly. All right. Glue this on here. And I messed up on his mouth. Okay. Yeah, I totally messed up the eyes. That's okay. It's okay. That's gonna drive me nuts, y'all. I might have to fix him. All right, let me place this down. So here's what we have so far. Okay. Then we're going to glue his hands. Exactly. Just go with it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We're just going to go with it. So we got his hands. And I got a little bit of papaya on there. It's okay. It's okay. And we're gonna glue his hands down. But first, let me make sure. Boone says hello again. Y'all, those eyes are driving me nuts. It's okay. Is it upside down? No, because it's supposed to fit around the nose. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of glue right here for the hands. Turn on my hot glue gun. Yeah, the only thing I would change are the eyes. Take pics of the final project just to make note of the eyes. Exactly. Here's what not to do. Don't paint your eyes that look like this. I should have done it opposite, where the outside was white and then like the inside was black with white pupils, I think. I can't take it off. So that's the only issue. All right, so let's glue our crows down. Oh my goodness, my nose. It's pouring. Oh, I'm so jealous, Miss Debbie. They're letting you know someone is up. Y'all were saying, so who said that if your nose itches, that means someone's gonna visit you? Maybe that's what it is. All right, put that there. We're gonna let this set up just a second. I am gonna take some white paint and fix his hand because I got some papaya on there. There we go. Leave that. I'm gonna leave it because it's a goofy ghost. It's not supposed to make sense. Hi, Jenny. Yes, and when y'all comment the word pumpkin, my page will send a message to your Facebook Messenger. A lot of times if you don't see it come through, it'll go to your message requests. So check there. Okay, so here's what we have. Okay, it does come with a kickstand because I think it's too top heavy this way. Y'all, those eyes are driving me nuts. But it's okay. So it comes with a kickstand, so you're just gonna glue. I'm gonna have to fix those eyes. How? I don't know. Come on. It's not hot yet. How can I fix these eyes? What do y'all think I should do? Because he looks scary. Or maybe his nose should be white. You like the eyes? Stencils? I don't have a stencil for the eyes. Outline the nose. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking, Angie. Okay, I'm impatient now. Just highlight the nose. Leave it as is. Heat the back. I didn't use hot glue for it, Jenny. That's the only issue when you're using stick fast glue, is once it's on there, it's on there. So I can't take it off. So I kind of have to, okay. Hold on. Maybe just making it a little less black. Probably some of you are like, girl, don't do that. You're gonna mess it up. I don't get what it's supposed to look like. So here's the thing. This file, I had the designer send to me, so I didn't have an example of what the eyes should look like painted. I had to kind of guess. Well, I didn't guess correctly on this one, but that's okay. You know, we win some, we lose some. It's fine. So I'm just trying, it's supposed to just be his nose. I think that looks better. Can you just paint over the eyes and just switch? See, I could try that, CJ, but then I feel like it would be really difficult to cover the white or to cover the black with white. Does that make sense? I think that makes it look a little bit better. Not so harsh, I guess. There we go. Now I'm probably doing too much, but it's fine. It looks better. So if you do this, don't do your eyes that way. But also don't ask me how to do the eyes because I'm not quite sure. I got to figure that out. All right, so you're gonna glue the stand towards the bottom, and then I like to put glue in the slot and stick this right in here. Do same to tongue. Oh, that's a good point, Miss Karen. You're absolutely right on that one. Can't find the stencil you used. Oh, you won't get it because you're a page. Hold on, I will put it in the comments. Give me 1 second. I will put, there we go. I think that looks better. And it stands, y'all. Look how cute he is. Look how cute he is. Let me put the link in the comments for you to this specific stencil. Elegant Flourish. Hold on. Shop. Okay, what do y'all think? Isn't he cute? Maybe it would help if you put some red or pink. Ooh, should we add some rosy cheeks? You always know I'm always down for some rosy cheeks on the go. Should we do that real quick? All right, let me do this. Shop stencils. Let me put that in the comments for you. Well, heck, why isn't it there? I'll have to send it to you. Should we add rosy cheeks or leave them? I think we should add rosy cheeks. We're doing it. You know what? It might only be available to designers now that I'm looking at that. I don't see why it would. But that's weird because I just saw it this morning. Okay, let's add this real quick. You're welcome. If not, I can order it for you if you want it. Let me see. That's going to drive me nuts now. Let me log in. Hold on. All right, let me add this, and then we'll do a little giveaway. So y'all hit the heart button for me. And be sure to sprinkle the video and comment the word pumpkin. And I'm just using blush. Use cheap old blush. It doesn't need to be fancy blush. I honestly just pulled blush right out of my stash. There we go. There we go. That's a cutesy ghost now. And let me see if I can find it now. No, it's not on there. What the heck? I wonder if they took it off today. I hope not. But there it is. I love this. Let's pick a winner from the comments to win some Happy Mail. There is our ghost. So y'all make sure you are part of the broadcast channel because I will go put a discount code in there for this guy today. Today only you can get 10% off, but you have to be in the broadcast channel in order to get the code. So to join, you don't have to pay anything, but right down here where it says comment pumpkin, the keyword, open up that message, and then there'll be a link. Hold on. There will be a link for you to join. Let me just get the link and I'll put it in the comments and then we'll pick a winner, okay? He needs a name. What do y'all want to name him? What do y'all want to name him? Copy link. All right, let me go to my live and I'm going to put the broadcast link in there if y'all want to join it. I will post the link to the cutout and the coupon code in there for you as soon as I'm done here. Okay, so I just dropped the link to the broadcast channel in the comments. But here it is, y'all. I love her, other than the eyes, but we'll fix that. You do yours a little bit differently and send it to me. But let's pick a winner for today. I appreciate y'all being here. Please know that I couldn't do this without any of y'all, and every comment, heart, purchase, anything that you could do to support me means the world. Okay, so Sebastian, love it. Michelle's like, just let's keep it basic and call him Josh. I love it. Hi, Diane. All right, so Miss Jenny Talton, Talton, and Angie Rodriguez, you are my 2 winners today. So y'all have won some Happy Mail for me. So do me a favor, send the page a message just saying, hey, I won. And then I will send you a form to fill out to claim your item, okay? Benny Boo, I love that. But here he is. She is super, super cute. Go purchase her or him, and I will put the link in the broadcast channel with a code to snag this guy in just a couple of minutes, okay? Y'all have a great rest of your day. I will be on tomorrow, probably at some point during the day, but I will see y'all later. Bye, guys.